Hi there, and welcome to another podcast with Hanaz Writers Limited. My name's Charlotte, and I'm a Year 2 teacher. I've had experience working in a nursery for children aged 0 to 4 years old. And if you haven't heard any of my podcasts before, then check them out on Hanaz Writers YouTube and Spotify channels. So in today's podcast, I'm going to talk about x.com and look at how you can send messages with just a limited amount of words. So our word limit with x.com is still there. In a previous podcast, I talked about Twitter, which is now called X, and how it all kind of came about. So if you want to check that out, then look for the podcast and you can have a listen to that. Now, one of the main features of X is that when you're writing a message, you only have a limited amount of characters. And you can only use those characters to write your words, and it also takes up the spaces as well. So if you put a word and then a space, that's the characters from that word, and that space in the extra character. So if you had a word that's five letters long, then it would be 5 plus the space is 6. So that's 6 characters gone from your message, and you can't add more to it. So it's quite an interesting concept when you think about it. You can only send quick, short, snappy messages, get your ideas across in a quick and timely manner without going into too much detail. So you don't get bogged down with having to explain every single thing that you've written. You can just write something really quick, some people can just quickly read it and be like, oh, okay. I just give them a quick update. So x.com is actually really great for sending quick messages. You want to just give a quick update about something that's happening in that moment, then yes, send a message on X. It's also great for sending updates to followers about anything. So on the website, you have your account and people can follow you to see what you're doing. So if a celebrity or singer is on X and they have a ton of followers, they can just let them know when the next single or album is coming out. And they can also just say if they're going to go on tour, when they're going, where they're going, and also when can their fans start to buy tickets for their shows. So X also allows you to include hyperlinks to your messages. Followers can just click the link and they get taken to their website. So say you've got a band and they have their own website, you can just put that link on the x.com and then followers will click the link and they'll go to the website. And this is great publicity, especially for companies and bands and singers, and they're trying to get themselves out there. Or if they're already established, they have a new product that they want people to know about. And they can just send a quick message on X and then click the link through. So if they want the public to know about it, they can just post it on there, send the link out, people click on it, and they'll be taken straight to it. If a company's just starting out, this is a good way to grow their followers and grow their company. People see their picture, they see their link, they see their words, they click through, and hey presto, they might have a new fan, or they have people trafficking people to their websites. So it kind of looks like they've got lots of people coming through. But then once you get to their website, then it's up to you. You can look at their products, you can buy them, you can go on and visit different pages. And then, yeah, it's then something nice for the followers as well because they can find out about things that they never knew before. So this gives you you can get quite a lot of information out of it. You can also send lots of promotional material as well. Lots of companies put competitions up there and they run them through these kind of social websites. They run them through x.com, through Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and any other kind of social media platform you can think of. And the competitions give people this incentive to sign up, especially to their newsletters. Sometimes they even get you to create an account with them just for the sake of them getting that competition or winning the potential to win something. And then the companies can just show, oh yeah, and this month we had this many followers, or we had this many people viewing our website and seeing our stuff. So again, for them, it's more about results and numbers and getting people to click on their link and visit their websites because they want to be the most popular, or they want to be the most well-known brand, or they want people to know about the new thing that's happening. So the next question then is, what does one put into a message? So because of the 280 character limit, you do need to be able to think of short, quick words, maybe some short, quick phrases, and different types of slogans. For example, Nike, they have the slogan, just do it. And it's just three little words, but most people will recognize it because they use it so much in their adverts and in their advertising. They just recognize that this is something for Nike. And then they're more willing to click through to their page, and then they're more willing to read what their messages are about. You can also add in GIFs, memes, and pictures as well to your message. And these can help to send across like more emotion to the reader, especially in a message that includes a funny GIF or a funny meme. Um, and maybe if they're followed by some one-liners, for example, it's like, "Oh, I feel like this today," and then there's a picture of someone like a dog just lying on the floor, which is quite funny. But then it kind of makes them, it makes the audience, it makes the followers like, "Oh, oh, look at that," and then they spend time looking through your feed, and then, again, just the whole popularity contest thing. I was actually watching the IT Crowd the other day, and it's that one episode right at the end of the season of the whole show. Actually, it's like it's the finale show, and it's when the manager is a lady called Jen. She's the manager of the IT Crowd of two people. She uses their version of X. At that time, it was called Twitter. So on their version in their made up world is called Chitter. And she sends like this quick message out there because she wants people to think she's not a misogynist, she's not like a bigot or a racist person, because she's been painted as this person who hates homeless people basically. And it's quite a funny episode because she accidentally puts money into this homeless woman's like coffee cup, and she thinks the cup's empty, but the cup is full of coffee. So she puts her coins in there and the coffee, and it's actually such a funny scene. If you haven't seen it, I'd recommend you just watching it because it just makes me laugh. It's just so funny. There's just this whole interaction between them of just screaming. The homeless woman is just making some unintelligible like noises at her, and she's just apologizing profusely and saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it." And then she's trying to make it better by giving more money to the homeless person, and it just goes all wrong. Goes Pete Tong, just awful. But it's great comedy writing, and it's so funny. So anyway, after that horrible incident, she decides to go on Chitter to try and, tell people that she's not a bad person really. And she makes a comment. Now I can't fully remember what the comment is, but it's about something like, "Oh, hate the homeless, and I suppose I hate women too," and something along those lines. And she forgets to put like a punctuation mark, like the comma, or she puts like a question mark at the end. I cannot remember. Um, One of the IT guys actually questions her about it on the show, and it's actually a very clever thing. And she's like, "No, no, I don't need the punctuation in my sentence. It's chitter. People will get what I mean." And it actually goes the wrong way for her. So people think, "Oh my God, I can't believe she said that after what she's done." So she's done this horrible thing, and now she's written something just as horrible on Chitter. So then she gets a big backlash from it. And it is literally because she forgot to add the punctuation mark in her short sentence. And she's saying, "Oh no, it doesn't really matter. It's Chitter. They don't really need to have the punctuation mark. They don't really need to have it." Or and it's just such a funny thing because it's the whole. I had another podcast about this before, but it's the whole idea that, does punctuation matter? Yes, in this case, yes, it does, because people are reading it in a certain way, people are taking the meaning a different way, and yeah, it's just hilarious, and it's comedy writing at its best. So if you ever have a chance to watch it, I'd say please do. It's the UK version. It's the season finale of the It Crowd or the IT Crowd, and it's just really funny. So just before I go and I finish, if you are going to be using X.com, please be careful. What you write on there and how you write it is important. Punctuation is important, especially if you're writing a quick short message. Make sure it makes sense. If you don't add the comma, you don't add the full stop, if you don't add the question mark, people will take it the wrong way. So please check, check, check. People will misconstrue things, they'll read messages in a different way. Maybe if you put things in capital as well, it might not go the way you think. So thank you very much for listening to the podcast. That's all I've got for you today. If you've enjoyed it and you'd like to subscribe and you'd like to listen to more podcasts, click the subscribe button below. You can hear lots more podcasts on Hanaz Writers on their YouTube and Spotify channels. You can also follow Hanaz Writers on Instagram, Facebook, and X.com themselves. And their handle is at hanaz.writers. If you subscribe, I would be so grateful. And thank you very much for listening to my podcast. Until next time, bye.